Bradford City continue their 2024-25 league campaign with an away clash against McCann's at Doncaster Rovers, and in today's video you're going to find out how both teams have got on so far this season, what my starting eleven would be for this game if I was Graham Alexander. This game is without a doubt the biggest game the club have played in since the Millwall playoff final back in 2017. It's probably the biggest league game since Liverpool in the Premier League, and that was before I was even born. This is an absolutely massive game. Win here and we are practically a League One football club. Regardless of the Walsall result, we will beat Fleetwood on the final day. We'll only have to turn up for a game like that. They're going to be on the beach. Bradford City, we will be promoted. But beating Doncaster away from home is not going to be an easy task. They are flying this season under McCann, and I wouldn't really say I'm feeling confident after the last three results and the way we've constantly thrown away leads. But my team, Bradford City, we still currently sit third in the League Two table. After 44 matches, we've got 21 wins at 12 draws and 11 defeats, scoring 62 goals and also conceding at 43, which leaves us on a positive 19 goal difference and at 75 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a draw, a loss, a win and a loss, so not great form for us at this moment in time. Just 5 points picked up out of our last possible 15 available. In terms of them last couple of matches then, we had a very disappointing 3-3 draw away at Chesterfield. To go 2-0 up, to go 3-1 up and still come away from the game with only a point because of more defensive substitutions. A lot of frustration. You get the extra 2 points here. There's so many points we've thrown away recently, but this one just felt like a massive opportunity missed for Bradford City, because if we'd have won this game, Doncaster, there wouldn't have been as much pressure on it, but it is now a must win. We have to beat Doncaster Rovers, and I don't think there's much confidence from Bradford fans, Doncaster fans, Port Vale fans, Walsall fans. Nobody's confident that their team is going to achieve promotion, but realistically only one of them four is going to miss out. We also had a 1-1 draw at home to Notts County. Dave McGoldrick scoring an absolute worldie in this game. Brilliant strike, to be fair, after Kieran Kelly opened up the scoring 8 minutes into the second half, heading home from a Brandon Kaler free kick. On the balance of play, a point probably was a fair result. Not much quality between the two sides. We also had a crazy 5-4 defeat away at Swindon Town. 2-0 up away from home, absolutely cruising. Richie Smallwood gets himself sent off. This will be the final of his 3-game ban. Next week, should he come straight back into the starting 11, I think we've certainly missed his experience over the last couple of matches. You clearly see how important he is to this Bradford City side, but some of the defending for the goals, 2 own goals, absolutely unforgivable. Bit of positivity though, we did also have a 2-0 win at home to Crewe at Alexandra. Bobby Poynton scoring our fastest ever EFL goal inside 11 seconds, and Callum Kavanagh wrapping up the scoring at 5 minutes from time. He's close to double figures in the league. He's got the 9 league goals for Bradford City so far this season. Will he make it to double figures for league goals come the end of the campaign? But a match that we definitely did deserve to win. And we also had a very disappointing 2-0 defeat away at Port Vale. Laurent Tulai and Mitch Clark scoring the only 2 goals of the match. Richie Small missed a penalty late on in that game, but in the first half, everybody apart from our number 6 was absolutely diabolical, miles off it. And once this game had been played, I thought Port Vale were going to run away with the title, but they've started to stumble recently. It's crazy at the top of the league. Whoever goes first, then after that, immediately they go on a bit of a wobble. It happened with Walsall, it happened with Bradford City, it's now happened to Port Vale. Let's hope it happens to Doncaster Rovers as well. In terms of McCann's side then, they currently sit top of the table, like I did say, first in the league. They have been the best team across the division at this moment in time after 44 games. As we know, nothing is officially achieved until, well, I guess you are. There's a bit of Michael Owen punditry for you there. 44 games played at 22 wins, 12 draws and 10 defeats, scoring 69 goals and conceding 48. That leaves them on a positive 21 goal difference, the joint second best in the division, and also 78 points. Their last couple of matches then have been a win, a draw and a win. Them last couple of matches then been a brilliant 3-0 victory at home to Colchester United. They were comfortably the better team in this game. Another Luke Molyneux masterclass. I think 2 assists for him in this one. The assist for the second goal takes it past 4 or 5 players like they're not even there. I've done a video today over on the main channel ranking the top 10 best wingers in League Two. Luke Molyneux is without a doubt not just the best winger in League Two, but he's top 2 best players in the entire division. I think 28 goal contributions for him so far this season, and yeah, they were definitely deserved winners in this one. I think this is Doncaster's only home win though against any team in the top 9 so far this season. They also had a 3-0 win away at Tranmere Rovers. Luke Molineux hat-trick in this game. Just a very, very good player. If you can keep Luke Molineux quiet, you've got a very good chance against Doncaster, but you normally need to put about 6 players on him to keep him quiet. So it's not going to be fun whoever's having to man-mark Luke Molineux throughout that game. They also had a 1-1 draw away at Salford City. Now, we did a watch-along on this channel for this game. Some crazy refereeing decisions. Doncaster Rovers scored a goal, which was wrongfully disallowed. Then Doncaster actually did score a goal, which was from a free kick, which was never even a foul, and Doncaster fans were saying Luke Garbutt should have been sent off. Rob Street was actually offside from the free kick. Salford level directly from a free kick. I wouldn't say I really saw anything wrong with that. And Salford scored again just before half-time, and that was disallowed for a foul on the keeper. None of us could really see that foul. Second half, not really a lot happened. Curtis Tilt was sent off for, I believe, a second bookable offence, just barged into the Doncaster goalkeeper for absolutely no reason, and a point probably was a fair result. They also had a 1-1 draw at home to AFC Wimbledon. Billy Sharp getting sent off in that game. This will be his first game back since that red card, so we all know he's definitely going to score. Jordan Gibson's definitely going to score, so we need to score at least 3 goals on Saturday. We've been decent at scoring goals away from home though recently. Alistair Smith opened the scoring after 5 minutes. Jake Reeves, former Bantam, saw red in that one before Jamie Sterry equalised with a brilliant goal, I think from distance again, just 11 minutes from time. And they also had a 2-0 win away at Cheltenham. Former Bantam Tim Dieng also getting sent off in that game. The former Bantams are really not helping us at the moment, but Doncaster won that game late on, and more frustration really for Bradford City. Before we do any further though with today's video, don't forget to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 100 likes? As I said at the start of today's video, that would massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. What is your score prediction for this match? What would your starting 11 be as well? I'm going a bit rogue with my team. Now, once I tell you my team here, there's going to be certain players that have picked certain positions which you're going to be raising your eyebrows at and think I'm an absolute idiot. But with the way that we've played recently, we have to have better options to come on off the bench to impact games. So maybe we don't start as well and we finish the game much stronger, but I'd much rather us be coming back and gaining points than just throwing away leads like we've done massively over the last 3 games. So in goal, I would stick with Sam Walker. I think Monday was the first time that I think recently Walker could have done better with some of the goals. I think especially the second goal, it's really, really poor goalkeeping. Now, our midfield should do better. Baldwin should also do a lot better. But once Will Grigg gets near Sam Walker, he has to put more pressure on the striker. Even if you commit a penalty, that's much better than just giving Grigg an open goal. He doesn't actually try and save it until Grigg's already around him and tapping the ball into the back of the net. So I think that was really poor goalkeeping. Even the third goal, he gets beat at his near post. I know it's a decent finish from Mandeville, but I do think Walker could do better with that. Nothing he can do about the first goal, but yeah, really poor from Sam Walker. In terms of my back 3 then, at right centre-back, I would have Aidan Baldwin. Like I mentioned, was really poor for the second goal, just constantly ball watching, doesn't know where Will Grigg is, gets caught blindside and doesn't work hard enough to get back and try and prevent it. So I thought that was pretty poor from Baldwin, but we've all seen our win percentage with him and without him in the team, so he definitely needs to start for me, and I would move him over to the right of the back 3 because Neil Byrne is just not very good. He's a 6 out of 10 at best. He can't really pass the ball, so Baldwin for me should move over to the right side. In the middle, I would go with Paul Huntington. It was no real surprise to me that when we went on our really good winning run, Huntington was playing a lot of football. Recently, he hasn't really done that. He struggled to make it into the matchday squad, but I think without a small win in your team, you're going to need experience. Huntington has that in abundance, and I wouldn't really say he was at fault for the third goal that we conceded on Monday, so he comes in for me. I know they've not really got a physical striker. Maybe Joe Ironside could be back for this game, but I feel like he could use his experience to marshal Rob Street, who is also another very good player for this level. They've got a brilliant top 3 to Doncaster, so our defence are going to need to be on their A game. Huntington's experience for me, I think, will be really important. And on the left side, I would stick with Jack Shepherd. Now, I'll look at the 3 goals from Saturday. Again, I don't think any of them are really his fault. I know that The first goal obviously comes down his side. The second goal comes from a through ball between him and Baldwin. The third goal then comes from a cutback from his side, but none of it's really his fault. There's other players that I would certainly say are more at fault than Jack Shepherd, and we all know he has been absolutely outstanding for the large part so far this season. And if we're going to need somebody to defend 1v1 against Luke Molineux, Jack Shepherd is the man for that, in my opinion. He can be physical, but he's also got the agility. He can be mobile, very good on the ball as well. So Shepherd for me is an absolute must starter. In terms of my midfield for right wing back, I would go with Brad Halliday. Not really a lot to say about his performance against Chesterfield. I thought at times maybe could have committed himself going forwards a bit more, but he's going to be really important for us again, having to man-mark Jordan Gibson, who has turned to be a pretty decent player under Grant McCann at this season. He can hit hot, he can hit cold, but Halliday's going to make sure he doesn't allow him to cut in and get off a shot from distance, because we've seen Jordan Gibson can certainly score from there. As my two holding midfielders, Graham, I don't want to see Baldwin in there, I don't want to see Critchlow in there, I don't want to see Colin Doyle in there, because it wouldn't surprise me if he gets thrown in holding midfield on Saturday. Just keep Brandon Taylor in there, playing for the full match. I do not care if that man ends up with heart failure. Just keep him on the bloody pitch. He is far too good to be bringing off because he's ill. Really, he didn't really look very ill to me on Saturday. I mean, I'm going to have to trust Alexander that he's not lying to the fans, but I don't know why he brought Taylor off on Saturday. He absolutely killed us. He has been excellent over the last two games, playing as a holding midfielder. Do not take him out of that position. Keep him in there for the full game. They've got some very good midfielders, so we're going to need Taylor to be on his A game once again, like he has been over the last two matches. I thought he was even pretty decent against Swindon as well. Just keep Brandon Taylor on that pitch for the full game. I don't care if we're 6-0 up and there's 10 seconds left. We'd somehow find a way to throw it away if Taylor's not in there. So keep him in there, please, Graham. That's all I'm asking. Alongside him, I would go with Alex Patterson. I thought he was back to his best on Monday after a pretty underwhelming performance against Notts County last Thursday. Goal, assist, maybe could have had another goal or two, maybe could have had another assist or two, but that is the type of performance that we've come to expect from Alex Patterson, breaking from midfield, driving us up the pitch. Their midfield couldn't cope with him in that first half an hour and in the first 15 minutes of the second half, but how we play for the first half an hour against Chesterfield, for the first 15 minutes of the second half, we have to play like that for the full game. Be relentless, leave everything out on that pitch, and I'm not saying that to Alex Patterson because he normally does, but every player press with intensity. If you've got to take a foul, take a yellow card. Just don't get sent off. Don't commit GBH on somebody, for example. But Patterson, for me, would be my captain once again. And as my left wing back, I would stick with Teo Adaramola. Great to see him get another assist on Monday. Great cross into the box for Alex Patterson's goal on Monday. I think that's his fourth assist now. And it's such a shame that Adaramola's not got the opportunity to play with Andy Cook, because he is so good at hanging crosses up to the back post, and Cook would score so many goals from that, and hopefully we can get Adaramola back for next season. Defensively, it does concern me a little bit when he's going up against Luke Molineux, but I thought Shepherd and Adaramola did a very good job at keeping Jody Jones quiet. So for me personally, I would keep Adaramola in this side, and it's not like Tyreek Wright is any better defensively when Adaramola is much better going forward. Doncaster have got quite a big pitch as well, so let's hope we can use Adaramola's pace, because Jamie Sterry, he's been excellent as well for Doncaster over the last couple of weeks. So they've got options coming down that right hand side, but there's a reason why they're top of the league. They're a very good team. In terms of my front three then, starting out firstly with the right attacking midfielder, I would stick with Anthony Sarsfield. I'm hoping that now he's at that position where he can last the full game. Obviously got 65 minutes or so against Notts County, I think played around 80 minutes or so against Chesterfield. Surely now he's ready to play the full match, because his experience and his promotion know-how is so important to how we play. Again, I don't want to see him dropping back to play as a holding midfielder. There's so many other players that I'd rather be in there, because Sass hasn't really got the pace, he's not really got the energy. Play a Lapsley in there, even play a Walker in there over Sarcevic, in my personal opinion. Going forward, brilliant quality, great penalty as well on Monday, absolutely blasted it. I think even if the keeper decided to stay down the middle or move slightly to his right, obviously he dived left, then I'd still even think that could have gone through him, because Sass absolutely wellied it. And for me personally, I would keep him on penalties. As my other number 10, don't shoot me when I say this, Tommy Lee. Yes, you've heard me correct. Tommy Lee should be starting this game, in my opinion. We need better options on off the bench. I don't think Poynton's been great over the last two matches, if I'm being completely honest. Took his goal really well on Monday, and I know that people are already starting to type your hate comments. Just hear me out. Tommy Lee I feel like when you're in a promotion race, it's always the man who you least expect who ends up sending you up and getting you that promotion. Tommy Lee's going to score on Saturday. I am so confident. He should have probably scored that chance against Chesterfield. I don't think it was the reason why we lost, and some people are absolutely nailing him and saying he's the reason why we lost and it's an easy chance. He should have passed it to Patterson. I don't personally think the pass to Patterson is on whatsoever. There's 3 players, including the goalkeeper, in between. It's a really tight angle. He did well to get off the shot. He could have done better, he could have scored, but if that's Anthony Sarcevic, if that's Alex Patterson who misses, nobody really bats an eyelid. But because it's Tommy Lee, everybody criticises him. I would start him for this game. I know you're going to all think that I'm stupid, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. If Tommy Lee ends up scoring the winner, I want you to all come back to this and start kissing my feet. If he drops a stinker and maybe scores an own goal, then I guess you can unsubscribe. Actually, don't. Let me get to 1,000 first. I want a bit of money. And as my striker, I would stick with Callum Kavanagh. Obviously, Michael Mellon unavailable on Monday. Picked up a bit of an injury in training. I'm not too sure if he'll be back for this game. I haven't listened to Alexander's pre-match press conference yet, but I'm going to build my team based on Mellon not being available. Even if he was, I think I would still stick with Callum Kavanagh. I thought he had a pretty decent performance on Monday, in all honesty. His link-up play, and I thought Chesterfield's centre-halves weren't great, if I'm being completely honest, but I thought Cav led the line very well, and that's what I want to see more from him. He didn't score in that game. I don't think he even got an assist either, but I thought on the whole, he played pretty well. We could do him getting into double figures between now and the end of the season. Hopefully he can score in this one, but if we win 1-0 and it comes off of Tommy Lee's bell end, not asked. On the bench then for me, that would leave Joe Hilton, Neil Byrne, Romilly Critchlow, Tyreek Wright, Bobby Poynton, George Lapsley and Jamie Walker. The players currently unavailable are Kieran Kelly. It looks like his season is going to be over. Judging by the way Graham Alexander said it, I feel like he could be back for the playoffs, but I certainly don't think he will feature again in the regular league season. Hopefully we don't fall into the playoffs. Also unavailable is Lewis Richards, Richie Smallwood, Michael Mellon and Andy Cook. So the players miss out then through selection will be Colin Doyle, Jay Bennett, Clark Adore and Harry Ibbotson. There is my team for this game. I know you're all going to say, why on earth have you got Tommy Lee in there? I think we will lose this game 3-1 though, in my opinion. Tommy Lee will score for Bradford City. We might even take the lead, but Doncaster, they're just going to have too much for us. They're going to celebrate promotion. I'm not really feeling very confident, but all I ask, if any players are watching this, any friends or family, just leave everything out on that pitch. This is the biggest game that biggest league football game that this club has played in my lifetime. All I'm asking is that you give it 110%. Come off that pitch feeling like you need to throw up because you've given it absolutely everything. That is all I ask. Just go out, give it your all. If we lose, then we lose, but press throughout the whole match and just go at them. Don't sit back. Don't try and hold on to the lead. Maybe in the last couple of minutes you might have to do so, but don't try and do it for 60, 70 minutes. It's not going to work. Just go out there and please win the football match. That's all I'm asking. Just win.